what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we're going to be playing Aurora. This is our final prep for Battle Hardened Charlotte, which for anybody who does not know, Battle Hardened Charlotte is this weekend. I do not know if there's going to be any coverage of the event. I hope that there is, because, you know, I'd really like a chance to redeem myself on camera, but I'm not sure if there is. I know that the Star City Games is hosting it this weekend, so I have absolutely no idea what's going on with coverage this weekend. But anyway, here we are. We're hanging out. We're practicing tonight, and I'm very excited to play this weekend. Normally, I like to take about a half day off work on Friday before Battle Hardened, drive down early, play in the, you know, the Super Armory on Friday night. But I got to tell you guys, it's there is no chance that I can actually get down early tomorrow. So we're going to leave tomorrow night after work. We're going to work a full day tomorrow, and then we're going to play in the Battle Hardened on Saturday and probably the ProQuest Plus on Sunday. But we'll see what happens. So hopefully when we have this conversation next week, we're talking about how I won Battle Hardened Charlotte. That is hopefully the case. So yo, Mekado, Ben, Trent, Electrum, Annabelle, Dustin, Smurf, what's up, everybody? How is everybody? Let's see what's going on. Trent said, bark, 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 bark. Sorry, I just saw the mailman. I hate that guy, bro. This guy. Hey, Annabelle, what's up? Yo, what's up, Dustin? Kevin said no stream this weekend. It's unfortunate. Understood. I don't know. I kind of figured like some of the Battle Hardens are, some of them are not. It just kind of depends on where they're at. So I didn't know if there would be tonight or this weekend or anything. But yo, let's go. Babar, what's up, dude? My man said, I want to see our guy win the Battle Hardened live. Electrum. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. I appreciate it, fam. All right, let's go. Let's talk about the deck list. Let's talk about our deck. I did make one change. Looking at the deck, I did make one change to the list. This has been pretty much my 80 for the last like little bit here, but I did make one small change. I am running Scar for Scar in the sideboard now. I know that a while back we had debated cutting it over Second Strike or Fry. I think that Fry and Second Strike are too consistent. Well, I think that Fry is too consistent and adds that level of consistency we need into some of the grindier matchups. I think that Scar for Scar and Second Strike really help us into the aggro matchups. And so I ended up cutting the Flicker Wisp for them entirely. I don't know if this is correct going into the weekend. I'm expecting there to be more Prism this weekend. I'm not expecting... I mean, I think there's going to be some Enigmas, but I don't think it's going to like run rampant. And so I cut the Flicker Wisp because... one, I wasn't really liking Flicker Wisp combo into the Enigma matchup, and I was really only playing it for Enigma and Victor. And so I've added in Scar for Scars to help me with my other aggro matchups. Excuse me. I'm sorry. It's at the end of a very long week right now. I have taught 6 classes so far this week, and I'm exhausted. So I've added Scar for Scar in to really help add in the extra oomph into the aggro matchups, you know, into Zen, into Syndra, into the Aurora Mirror. So I think it'll be fun. Plus, it's better than having Fry in the mirror. So we're going to try Scar for Scar and see how it feels tonight. I am taking both Flicker Wisp and Scar for Scar with me this weekend, just in case I decide I do want to be on Flicker Wisp at the last minute. I understand how the deck changes and what I'm supposed to do into both when I have different cards. So it's going to be fine, but either way. Baron said he got rid of it as well. He never used it. I mean, yeah, it felt very, very awkward for me a lot of times. I think I run yeah. And then let's see, what do we bring in here? I gotta check over here. It's why I have it all in the sideboard. We bring in Fries for consistency. We do not bring in Warmongers. We bring in Exudes, and we bring in the Second Strikes, and we just play it like this. Yep, that's what I do. We run Greaves and Carapace for AB3, and then we have Shock Charmers to help us out if we need it. We could bring in the Blues, but I don't think so. I don't think we want the Blues. I'm expecting there to be a decent amount of Prism this weekend, in all honesty. I'm expecting quite a bit of Prism. This weekend. Yep, I sure am. What if we went E-Strike for 7? No, I think we're just going to pass. I think I'm just going to Arsenal the Snatch. And we're just going to pass. I I mean, we could try to get aggressive now. We could go E-Strike Go again, put this on the bottom, and then snap this back, and then go draw a card. And probably push through some damage here, but I don't really want to give them the ability to put Earth cards in their graveyard. I think I would rather just Arsenal. I think I'm actually going to Arsenal the Somersault here. I think that's the better play. I guess I'll put the Cataclysms in. LOL, dude. Are you playing this weekend, Kevin? Yo, are we actually 2 people away from 450 in the Discord? That's really cool. I did not know that. I think we may have to take this damage here just because I want to be able to like do the whole thing here. Kevin said I'll be there. Let's go. I know it's niche, but do you have any idea what you would replace the second Somersault with in LL Aurora? Honestly, off the top of my head, Babar, I don't. I haven't really played enough to like really know what I would change. But no, I don't. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I would think that Enigma and Prism will be more rampant, but I'm honestly not 100% sure what. I'm honestly not 100% sure what's going to dominate this weekend, if you want the truth. I mean, I think I'm just committed to taking this because I just want to be able to play my turn out here. Like, I really like having the channel. I really like the whole like somersault aspect we have this turn. I think this all lines up very, very well for us. Siege of Tomorrow is pretty unfortunate. We're going to activate Aurora, and then it's going to be E-Strike draw card. That way we can somersault it. Man, putting that on the bottom is less than ideal. So they're going to have 1 prevention left. I guess we could technically play it. Feels really bad, though. I don't think that's where we want to be. I think I'm way more interested in just throwing this for 7. And just trying to have... a card for next turn. I mean, I don't know. They could deny me this if they have a defense reaction here. No, they just had to keep 1 card. Wow, we get lucky enough to draw into an Arc Lightning anyway. That's absolutely insane. Man, talk about luck of the draw, boys. Yeah, the Discord hit 400 relatively recently. I have to say, like, the fact that like we're already this close is really, really surprising to me. That's awesome. Like, I love that we're almost at 450. Carly said we're at 450. Yo, Nick, thanks for joining, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a whole bunch, brother. Yo, did Trent just say he can't wait to give me a big smooch this weekend? Carly, it looks like you better watch out this weekend. Guys, thank you guys for making 450 happen. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. I really appreciate that a lot. Okay. Interesting. I mean, they're still going to have to give up a blue at some point. They're going to have to give up resources at some point. So the next thing is Go Again, which means we can Static Shock for 4, Go Again. I think this turn is going to line up pretty well for us. We can pitch the Discharge here. They probably have a defense reaction. Is this an Earth card? It is an Earth card. I like this deck they're playing. This looks pretty cool. My friend joined your Discord from the other stream. You played Vincent. She loves Vincent. Dude, let's go. Well, please tell your friend thank you for joining the Discord. I really appreciate that. I really like having a bunch of people in the Discord. It's just a lot of fun. You know, like I've told you guys multiple times that, like, you know, my favorite part of the community is far and away, my favorite part of Flesh and Blood, like, and like streaming is like far and away the community and like having you guys in the community. So it's been definitely the best part is having you guys here. Yo, this is actually insane. I mean, is there any world we're supposed to pitch this to Aurora to keep this around for another turn? I want to know what they've kept. Like, the idea of keeping this around for another turn is like actually really cool. I don't know. It just really depends on like what they want to do on their next turn, I guess. Like, continuing the streak here Like, just feels like an okay thing. Like, we'll set up for next turn, keep channel around and arsenal the rabble. Feels like an okay plan to me. I mean, especially considering that we have... Aw, Sag. I mean, that's unfortunate. Oh, well. Carly said, don't make me cut you. I'm like really bummed. It's looking more and more like I won't be able to come to PT London. Yo, you're not going to be able to come to London, dude? I am so sorry, buddy. I hate to hear that. Like, I genuinely hate to hear that. I mean, they got rid of our rabble, but it also cost them a little bit here. We're going to draw a card, and we're going to keep the second strike because I think it has the best chance of having go again here. Well, we haven't really dealt damage, so this is a little awkward, unfortunately. Our hand just doesn't really line up with what we want to be doing this turn. If we want to force... I think we're better off to throw the Arcanic Shockwave and fuse with the current funnel. Because if I throw this, we won't have go again. There's just not really a way to generate go again here this turn. It's actually very awkward. Yeah, this ended up being really weird. Yeah, I guess we missed out on some of the value from... We missed out on some of the value from Ravenous Rabble last turn. I also think I should have just led on the Flittering Charge this turn. I think that would have been better. I think I just completely played this turn incorrectly. I got greedy by seeing the E-Strike with go again, and just like went for that, and it was just completely wrong, I think. But yeah, if I'd thrown the Ravenous Rabble, we protect ourselves. I arsenaled it because I wanted to play around Felling of the Crown more than I do Plow Under, if you want the truth. That was really my thought process there. We're going to play both sides of Burn Up and Shock. They will more than likely take the Arcane from the Burn Up here. Most people realize that the Burn Up damage is super relevant, not the Shock. So seeing them make that decision, I really like that a lot. We're going to go second strike for 4 go again. Now, it does incidentally work out for us that they ended up taking that damage there. I was like, I assume it's a defense reaction inbound. Being able to second strike twice is, one, very thematic, and it's also like really good. So I like this. I like this play a lot. It really works out for us. I think it works out pretty well for us. That's right. Second strike. I like that a lot. In the resolution step, we'll go ahead and buy this back. So I guess we can, if we want to make sure that we're getting the arcane value out of our turn, we have to activate Aurora now, and then we can... I think we're fine to miss out on 1 point of damage, right? If it means having an embodiment for next turn, I think it's fine, actually. I don't know. This could be incorrect. I'm surprised they didn't give me the arm piece there. It just feels incorrect to me. Oh, I guess they have AB3, so they only took 1 off the burn up, so it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. Strike squared. I like that, too. I agree. This is actually an extremely broken deck. Annabelle, I think that this is like probably just one of the better decks in CC right now, to be honest. I could just lead on the Snatch with the Lightning Press and just make the whole thing happen. Is there any world that I'm supposed to lead on Exude? Leading on Exude like forces them to block early and often. I mean, the Lightning Press makes me feel like this is like pretty free. We can also like somersault this back to our hand. I mean, if they have D-Reacts leading on Exude, it's just strictly better. I agree. I am going to go for the Lightning Press here and just see if they have it. They don't have it. Huh. What a draw. Then it's going to be activate somersault. We're going to get this back to our hand. We are going to activate Aurora, and then it's going to be Exude Confidence for 4 go again. Although there might have been an argument here that I'm supposed to Arsenal the Exude because they did not have a defense reaction. Maybe it doesn't matter as much, but I think that this worked out pretty well for us. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Snatch on the end of this turn. They clearly have like some kind of turn that they're trying to put together here, and I'm way more interested in just like pushing as much as I can right now. Discharge is not bad, so we'll just pass. If they try to do a bunch of Arcane, we're probably going to be in a tough spot. Yo, that actually works out insanely well for us. Yeah, I think arsenaling the Exude is actually correct there. Because we probably should have just like taken a little bit of damage off that turn and arsenaled the Exude. Now, you know, hindsight's 2020 and it ended up like working out for us pretty well here, but I do think that arsenaling the Exude and like setting up for this turn was the better play before we came into it. Completely agree. Game needs more punishing on hit cards with low damage to force aggressive decks out of their comfort zone. Are you implying that you think like the game would be better suited if it had cards that were... I'm going to Arsenal the Ravenous Rebel here. Are you implying... do the Bocanist, hope I said that right. Are you implying that you think like cards with like low attack value that have like powerful on hit effects would be better for the game in general? Not arguing with you, genuinely just asking if that's what you mean. We'll just take this. I mean, it's fine. It's really just a life and 2 Arcane is really all it turns into. It's the first time, right? Yeah. Perfectly fine with me. Sounds like the game needs more assassin cards. I could put this on the bottom if I wanted to. I could pitch the channel to AB here. I mean, yeah, we'll go to 18. It's fine. Vipox is a very interesting card. I do actually really like that card. So they're going to try and go for like the Stormstriders combo. I'm going to be honest, I don't really know that they ever have a window where they can kill us. I think I'm going to put the channel on the bottom. I know that that's like kind of crazy, but I'm just going to go to 10 and put the channel on the bottom and play out our hand. Mischievous Meeps is really cool. I sent the spicy Aurora list in the Discord of the decklist channel. The list that we're playing tonight is the pre-Armory deck version. Yep. We are playing what I'm going to play this weekend. Yep, for sure, doubt. Give and Take and Mischievous Meeps are great examples of threats that are low power, but still... I mean, I agree. Like, they're not exactly hitting the mark. Like, they don't exactly fit the bill for things that are, like, scary, per se. Please let us hit a red. Of course. I waited too long, and now we have a blue. Big Sag. I really like throwing the second strike here because it's lethal. We're at 10. I don't think it's possible for us to die through Spell Void 2. It's like I just don't think it's possible. Some of the cards that they printed, like the Mischievous Meeps and things like that, are very close to being good enough in my opinion. I'm just gonna block 3 of it here. I think that's good enough. We have 3 breakpoint attacks here. I think we're in a perfectly fine spot to be able to clear this game out. I'm not going to log this game as a win, but I am going to go ahead and come over here to my log while my opponent's thinking a little bit. Let's see. We played against Verdance. We went first. We went first. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's possible we just like die out of nowhere. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't think 10 is like really what they're looking for to be able to kill us through Spell Void 2. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going to need your help, aggro. Josh, go on. You have my attention, brother. If you had a blue there, you just win to Shark Charmer's pitch. I mean, I guess I hadn't really considered that. We could have just done that if we'd had it. That would have been really cool, actually. I hadn't considered that to be an option. I think they're dead here. I think this 4 just ends the game. I am being greedy by not keeping this in my arsenal, but unless they have a defense reaction, they are just dead. They just said good game. I'm going to say it back. I was like, because I'm assuming that they have something that does not block this out. I think that ultimately throwing the Lightning Surge there is correct, because if they get to just throw the Healing Potion, well, I mean, I guess the Healing Potion doesn't really do anything. What's our hand look like? Burn Up Shot, Gone in a Flash. Yeah, like that was fine. I know that like it was technically like it wasn't a conservative play, but I think that going for the line there where like we possibly just win is very important. Wait, what happened to Benji? What happened to Benji? Did I miss something? Are you talking about Needles Wave? Is that what you're talking about? Keeps can be blocked by 1 armor piece. Rowdy requires a card to block for mana value when you need to be blocking. Realistically, if we want to keep saying aggro decks are 0 cost, then need stuff like Leave. Are you talking about like Leave No Witnesses? I mean, I think that like these like, I don't know, like it's weird because you have to like really balance disruption. Let's see. I cannot type right now to save my life. Good pressure. Early from CLV and Arc Lightning. Put opponent in an odd spot. Let us keep tempo late. I think our opponent like went for the line that they had to try and end the game. I just think that like we had like the Spell Void 2 is just so good for us there late in the game. Kit, what's up, dude? I would love to get an Ice Ninja. I would love to get an Ice Ninja. Even if it wasn't like broken and you had to fight for a lot of the things you had to do, I would love to get an Ice Ninja. Hey, Latara, how are you? So this is Crown, Tunic, Snaps, Grasp, and we bring in Fries, Second Strikes, and Exudes. Scars are not very good here. I'm going to make sure this is how I sideboard. I have all of my stuff over here on my other screen that I check to make sure that I'm sideboarding correctly, because I have a very like specific and thought out plan that I've come up with, just to like make sure that everything looks good. I think we're probably safe to just play Channel and then just pitch to Aurora. I think I want to Arsenal the Somersault, right? Because if they throw like a Leave No Witnesses at me or Command and Conquer, I can use it defensively. Plus, I like having the attacks in my deck. I think this is a very good turn 0 play for us. Okay, they're going to go to 43. That's unfortunate. Beggars and choosers and all that. You guys know how it goes. Wouldn't exactly call this the best hand in the world, but you know, I wouldn't call it the worst hand in the world. What is this hand, actually? This hand's weird. Playing Sub-Zero would be a lot of fun. We already have a Lightning Ninja. We're playing Lightning Ninja right now. Erase Face is like just weird enough, right? So what if we blocked 7? We block 7. We get Ravenous Rabble and Flittering Charge back. If we get Rabble and Flittering Charge back, we can play the Ravenous Rabble. No, we have to have the Somersault. So like if we take 6, we can't really do anything. This is one of those like weird cards that we really have to decide how we want to play around them. We are playing Lightning Ninja right now, it feels like. I mean, honestly, though. Pick my brain after the stream. Let's see. Sorry, Josh. I didn't mean to. Making Aurora for commoner since Ball Lightning is back and have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, dude, man, just shoot me a message. We'll talk about it. This is a tough decision because I could block with a piece of equipment and like keep my hand around. I'm kind of thinking I should block with Shockwave and Flittering Charge. and then I can just pitch these to keep this around for another turn. I kind of like blocking like this, and then we can somersault. No, the problem is no matter how, like if we somersault, we have to play this to be able to get the value out of it, and that's just awkward. If I do that, I could play the... Yeah, I actually think this is fine. I think we're going to have to use our somersault here. It's just how the turns lined up, unfortunately. I think it's just what's happening. Lightning Ninja before GTA 6. I love all those memes. And it's like, oh, this before GTA 6. I love that kind of stuff, dude. So we're going to play this. Fuse with the channel. We're going to play the channel. I don't know if this is correct, but it does force their hand from like a multitude of angles here. Yo. Pausarino, big dog. What is in their hand? We don't have... We did not draw into a third lightning card. I think I like the idea of going Fry, Ravenous Rabble, and then we can decide if we want to draw a card or not. I like having the Fry for second cycle. It puts us into a very good position. And our opponent is saying no blocks to like our whole turn very quickly. Ravenous Rabble hitting the burn up and shocks actually gas. Yeah, we're going to draw a card here. I wanted to Arsenal the E-Strike, but I really like just putting the burn up and shock in Arsenal. I'm a really big fan of this play. Now, we do also have the option to use Crown if they get like super aggressive here. This has been a weird start to the game. It's got to be Bonds, right? Like, it's got to be Bonds. I mean, I think this is really bad for me. I cannot imagine that there's a new player on the face of the earth that gives me 2 Channel Lightning Valley draws and lets me, like, this has to be absurd, right? Like, this kind of feels like a bait to me that they want me to block with this, but I'm going to. I'm going to. I mean, I think whatever happens, happens. Hopefully they hit a blue. Hopefully they hit a blue. Not off the Justin Nick, but off the prognosis. Blue, please. Damn. Could not be that lucky, huh? I'm not going to lie. The fact that they've just let it go this far is pretty surprising to me. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying... I don't know. I don't know what was up there. Genuinely don't know what was going on right there. I'm kind of thinking that we pitch Somersault to Starfall. We throw the Lightning Surge. I think we're going to start by pitching the Burn Up and Shock. This forces a card out of their hand. We could get crazy aggressive and try to go Surge, Snap, Somersault, Surge. I kind of like the idea of using Tunic and Lightning Surge to activate Aurora here. Keeping the channel around. No, actually, I lied. I want to force more cards out of their hand. Defense reaction? Okay. I do not think that this is worth Snap. I do think this is correct, though. We get to make an embodiment, and we get to keep the channel around for another turn. I'm going to take this. This has been a really interesting turn. This has been a really interesting, like, last couple turns here. I mean, we have no arsenal, so, like, giving up an extra card, like, is not the best thing in the world, but I think it's fine. I really like this because this is very solid for us. I'm going to play the Lightning Press all day and twice on Sunday. Hopefully they don't have it. Yo, pause Reno, big dog. Pause Reno, big dog. Fuse with the second strike. We're going to Arsenal the Arc Lightning here, especially considering we still have Cop available to us. This is absolutely insane. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Oh, just kidding. 5. It might not be worth letting them have this information, to be honest, since they've blocked so much of our, since they've let so much come through, that keeping the Arc Lightning, like letting them have the knowledge of that may be incorrect. But I'm a firm believer of getting every single point that I can. I have not played a Count Your Blessings yet. Yeah, drawing off the press there was actually crazy. I don't know why, but I just don't want to play Aurora, and she's kind of insane. I think she's like one of the most power... I think she's one of the best power decks there is, dude, but I get it. Some people just don't like it. Some people just don't enjoy it. Like, I understand. I think I'm just going to play the Discharge. Like, it's unfortunate. We could get greedy and give them, like, the Crown here. If we gave Crown, like, we could put this on the bottom to try and, like, keep a 5-card hand here, but I don't think it's worth. I actually just think that's a mistake. So I think we're just going to say no blocks, and then I'm just going to play this. Okay, I have to say I did not see that coming. I'm just going to play this and pass. I don't want to give them another card. I'd rather... Like, I'm going to lose the card no matter what, so it's better for me to not give them another card here. Hey, Dodge, what's up, dude? Save Crown for CNC is very, very true. I mean, I guess we could just give it up now. Our turn feels very, very weak, but I think I like having a late game Arc Lightning. Have we even played one yet? I thought we played one already. Yeah, we played 2 channels. Yeah, I guess we're just going to go ahead and give it up. Feels bad. I could just block with 2 cards and throw the Exude. We're going to have to use Snaps this turn, but I think it's okay. Like, we have to use Snaps, but it is what it is. Actually, this is just wrong, right? I'm sorry. I'm supposed to lead here because it's the best way to start my turn, and I can snap. It's not changing my turn. So, like, it would be different if I was going to throw the Starfall, but I'm not. So I'm just doing this into Rabble. We have a Static Shock on top. Shelter. And then we're going to throw the Gone in a Flash here and Arsenal the Exude. If we get got by next hand, then we get got by next hand. It is what it is. Arsenal this. Yo, they're just drawing. Flicker Wisp should have been banned. I don't think Flicker Wisp is the problem, Doubt, if I'm being honest. I mean, I guess that's fair. Like, that's a very real point that if I had kept my Arsenal, like, if I had not shown them the Arc Lightning, it's very possible, like... Now, I don't know. Like, I feel like they probably would have, like, done that to Codex me. I feel like it's probably worth it there. If I'm guessing, it feels worth it just looking at it from here. So I think they still make that play, to be honest. Yeah, Dad, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I don't mean to, you know, like, try and gaslight you here or anything, but brother, like, the card's like actually just like not even being played in most decks. I don't really think that card should have been banned. That card's not the problem. Like, wholeheartedly, 110%. The problem with Aurora, like, somebody made the comment to me the other day. They said they should have banned. God, I'm blanking on the name now. I'm like having a stroke. Entwine Lightning, and I actually think that was like a pretty good decision. Like, real talk, I think that was a good choice. Kind of just want to throw Snatch. Hopefully they don't have something bad. We need our hand to make this work. I would really like to block this in case it is the prognosis. Okay, they had nothing. We're in there like swimwear, bro. In there like swimwear. We just got a 5-card hand. I mean, they could have, but I still feel like they probably would have made that play because it was tempo then as opposed to tempo later. And you never know what your hand's going to look like. So I think that tempo now is probably just always the correct decision there. You know what I mean? Like, I think tempo now is always the answer in a matchup like this because you have no idea what your next few turns are going to look like. And if you're able to go weakest link to attack their hand and then go codex in to attack their arsenal, that feels very powerful to me. So I think that our opponent's probably always going to make that play, is my guess there. We're going to throw this from arsenal, and then we're going to make an embodiment, and we're going to pass. Having the blue just kind of lets us set up a little bit here. We push through an arcane damage to put them down to 3, and then we're just going to arsenal and pass. They continue to, like... I wonder if there's another chi in their hand. Honestly, just makes me curious. We could have blocked with Tunic there again, but... I mean, they're just getting a leave no witnesses, right? But they have the 1 available, so we're just going to have to let the static shot go. Feels bad, but... yeah, I hate letting it go, but I think it is what it is. I've never once fatigued on Aurora. I mean, it's definitely possible to get fatigued as Aurora. I agree, it feels very improbable. I wonder how they block or if they block. I mean, they probably feel like they can't block 1, but I'm actually just very happy to take an extra card here. Ew. Immediately wish we didn't have another card. So it's going to be Lightning Surge. For 4, go again. This requires at minimum 1 card. People want to beat Aurora, they can play Jarl or Enigma build that targets Aurora. If you're going to play an Enigma build that targets Aurora, I agree. Like, if you want to beat Aurora, there's decks out there that will beat Aurora. I actually wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment. They're now at 1. I think the idea of coming in for 6 here, making an embodiment goes a long way, though. Like, the Rune Chant takes a card out of your hand. If they had Tunic up, we make an embodiment every time. But the fact that they do not have, yeah. Like, I love this play. It's like, hopefully our hand isn't terrible, but... I mean, I can block with Gone in a Flash and go E-Strike Go again into Exude. I think blocking to keep up power level here, like to keep up our life total, is fine. I don't see a reason to go to 6. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I need to put the Flittering Charge on the bottom and throw the Exude. This forces card and mask here. Just play Vincent. Yo, Captain Crunch, what's up, dude? 2 cards out of my opponent's hand. Interesting. And then the Exude. I mean, they're not going to give us a card here. I was like, I mean, they're not going to give us a card off the top of our deck. They're definitely going to block with 1 from their hand. Yeah, this, I actually love this. We could block with the second strike if we wanted to, but I think our hand is like just good enough the way that it is. I like this even more because if they take an arcane damage and go down to 3, our second strike is just so much better. Like, this is actually just okay with me. I love this. Yo, Martin, what's up, dude? Aggro this, grind game that. Every hero should be KO. Solitaire for everyone. All right, somebody. Waves has set the kitchen on fire. He's been cooking too much tonight, dude. Talishar says Enigma is the best deck. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't hate that, to be honest, right now. I think Enigma's in a very good spot right now. Like, on God, for real, for real. On God, for real, for real. I have 2 prevention left now. I think we win here, right? I guess not. So we activate. No, we win. It's fine. It doesn't matter how they play it. We win here. So they prevent that, and then the rune chant. If they block the rune chant, they can't block the 4. If they don't block the rune chant, they go to 1. Yep. And then they're going to die. Well, it took us a while, but we ended up getting there. Some careful stacking and some good play was really able to get us there. We still had an Arc Lightning left. Now, we had some blues to go with it, so it wasn't going to be super powerful, but we did still have some like decent turns put together there towards the end of the game. I feel like our opponent did not get as much value out of their disruption as they needed to that game to be able to beat us, but it's also like one of those matchups where like going first feels really bad, but it ended up working out. Let's see here. Stacked some power cards in case fatigue looked rough. Arc Lightning ended up closing out the game. So, excuse me, my voice is kind of going out. I've been teaching a lot lately. Like, I've been teaching a lot of classes every week, so my voice is kind of like going out when I'm talking. I apologize, guys. I was teaching class on Wednesday and my voice cracked like I was in high school again. It was hilarious, dude. Yo, KO, this should be fun. I have a sideboard plan for KO, actually. Oh, yo, Dodge asked earlier. Dodge, I'm so sorry, dude. I completely forgot, dude. Yes, I'm down to play against Zen or Syndra after this. Thank you, Josh, for putting that in all caps so that my forehead brain would turn around and see it. Dodge, let me play this one since I've already jumped in here. And then, yeah, man, I'm definitely down to play whenever you want to. I actually do not have a KO sideboard guide. I completely forget that I don't have one. Oh, well, my opponent left. Dodge, let's do it, brother. I'm going to load up a game. Just put Dodge in all caps here so that they'll be able to see it. Hopefully nobody joins. If it's not you, just let me know and we'll do this, dude. Josh got you back though. Josh likes to keep me in check, dude. I'm not like a I'm not like a school teacher or anything. I work in a healthcare system and I educate our staff on how to use what it's called Epic. It's an EMR, like an electronic medical record system. So that's what I teach. Is this you, Dodge? I feel like your name was like actually Dodge the last time we talked, but the fact that this is Syndra means I'm waiting. I'll let the hate flow through me. Time to beat ass with a giant scroll, bro. Okay. All right. So against Syndra, we run Grasp, Carapace, Crown, Snaps. It is Scar, Second Strike, Sigil, the Shelter, and we cut the instant discharges because these cards block better. And I like having these cards in the deck. Plus, the defense reactions are really powerful in this matchup. So I think it works out really well. So we're playing against Syndra. We are going second. And hopefully we don't just get obliterated on like turn 2. My friend is manning Aurora was wondering if Balance of Justice is a good sideboard card. I mean, Balance of Justice is like fine. Like Balance of Justice is fine. I just don't think there's a lot of matchups you want it in right now. To be honest, I don't know what you're running Balance of Justice for unless it's like the brute matchup. To be honest, teaching people technology would make me lose my mind. I mean, Jean-Philippe, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, there's some days when people's level of competency with technology really pushes my patience. With that in mind, I try to be understanding that, you know, everybody learns at different speeds, you know, and that everybody like just really like learns at their own pace. So I try to keep that in mind. I don't know what Annabelle and Jorge are arguing about, but they've been going on about it for like about 15 minutes. I'm a web developer, so I understand the struggle. Yeah, see, there's no way I could ever teach people like that level of complexity when it comes to like my job. I don't think I could ever I don't think I could ever teach people that. Not at all. I don't think at all I could like live with like do that. What do you think of Reinar? Hey, by the way, Claw, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you're here with us for the first time or you're new to the channel, I got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? If you're new, tell me about yourself in the chat. I would love to get to know you guys. What do I think of... I think we're going to keep the Entwined Lightning here. What do I think of Reinar? I think Reinar is like a subpar hero right now and just doesn't really fit the bill for what you're trying to do. Reinar feels okay in the metagame, but nothing that I would call great. So I would say that it's probably not where you want to be. Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Even this hand's incredibly awkward. Yeah, this hand's weird. I don't like this hand at all. Trent said, boy, I love Reinar. Started on Levia, mayo and ketchup for hot dog. Dude, let's go. Well, Claw, welcome to the channel, man. Happy to have you. Glad you're here and hanging out with us. Started on Levia. That's a not something I hear a lot of people say. Not something I hear a lot of people say. I think we're just going to go like this and fuse, and then we're just going to arsenal the somersault here, and we're just going to try to set up for a better hand next turn. Gonna play him in the Super Armory tomorrow. Dude, I wish I was making it for the Super Armory tomorrow. I will not be, sadly. Been hovering around and nobody seemed to have a good idea for building Reinar. If there's anybody, there are 2 people. I will tell you this in all sincerity. There are 2 people in the world that I trust more than anything when it comes to building Reinar. It is Trent, who hangs out in the chat all the time, and it is my buddy Nick. They constantly play stuff like that. So that is exactly who I would lean on, brother. Man, I love Florian creates the best acronym ever. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that is a pretty cool acronym. It's pretty funny though. I've done some e-learning developing. Adult learning is tough, to be honest. It can be tough to be like adult learning can be tough because you have to make it like engaging on a different level than what most people want and are used to. So it can be tough at times for sure. Like, I completely get that, Callier. Yeah, Jean-Philippe, I gotta be honest, I could not imagine working with somebody who'd spent like that much money on any project I'd been working on. Definitely not something I can like wrap my head around, because all the people that like I'm teaching this to, I'm teaching like very basic steps of like working inside of like an EHR. And so like it's all like very straightforward things. So yeah, teaching people that on like a complex level, or like, you know, showing someone like how to use like a website that you developed. I don't know, man, like that sounds like it presents its own challenges for sure. Yo, let's go, dude. Aaron said Reinar gang. I don't think Talishar data is useless. I think that saying Talishar data is useless is like, I think you're really like, I think that's a very negative outlook on how many good players there are out there in the world. But I definitely understand what Annabelle's saying. You have to take Talishar testing with a grain of salt when it comes to a lot of things. for sure. Like, I think you do have to take Talishar testing with a grain of salt sometimes. Use one to activate Syndra. We're going to get both of these back. I mean, I'm definitely not blocking this. There is no mask here. I have no interest in blocking this. I'd rather just like block with a couple pieces of equipment here, or a piece or two of equipment, and then I would rather just like go all in with my hand because my hand's pretty solid. Actually, you know what? You already have an arsenal. I'm willing to just go to 28. It's not like I'm giving them an arsenal, and if they want to use Flight Path without blocking with it, I'm okay with this, actually. I think blocking here is a trap. That's true. Aaron does play a lot of Rhinar. So, Aaron, I have to admit that, like, when I think about you playing, oh, they did use it, Jesus. I think about you playing KO at that one, at the Battle Harden that you top 8'd. That's what I think of, brother, but I get it. Teleshar has been correct a lot of times. I mean, that's why I said that, like, I think there is definitely some consideration to, like, how you look at the data. I think we're gonna throw Snap and see how throw Snatch and see how they play it. I'm willing to Snap. They might have a defense reaction in Arsenal. I was like, but I think I'm still willing to throw Snaps here. Using Aurora and using Snaps is like the same thing, basically. I guess Snaps gives you more of like a potential outlier for like for your bigger turn. We're just gonna activate Aurora and pass. With the Gone in a Flash in hand, there's like potentially some things we could do next turn that are really powerful, so Gone in a Flash, Current Funnel, Flittering Charge, Second Strike, Static Shock. I mean, unless they just like block everything we're doing, we have a really, really aggressive hand here. Vincett's very good against aggro decks, I agree. I believe you. I believe you. Like, listen, I'm not calling you a liar, bro. I'm not calling you a liar, fam. I believe you, Aaron. So I'm hearing Vincett as a decent Aurora counter. Can I get an LE5? What? I do not understand what ELI5 means. But I will tell you that as an Aurora player, I do not want to play against Vincett, especially one that knows what's going on. Also, it's been like 3 turns and we've seen 0 defense reactions, which is kind of wild. They're just going to pass. Feels like our turn is almost like too good here. Shelter. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I like the idea of throwing Starfall more than I do throwing Current Funnel. I understand why I was thinking Current Funnel last turn, but I actually think this is better. Static Shock for 4 and 1 Arcane, make it Embodiment and Arsenal. So this puts them down to 13. We're going to activate Aurora and we're going to Arsenal and pass. We've seen 0 power cards here. We're going to take quite a bit of damage this turn. I want to go down to at least 8 this turn. We'll block this. Or we'll take this, I mean. The odds of them never playing against Aurora does feel very slim, but I like where your head's at there. From my experience against Mara, Vincent seems near impossible. It's very tough. I agree, Silas. It's very tough, buddy. It's you're definitely fighting an uphill battle the whole way. The whole way. I'm pretty content on blocking with Gone in a Flash and some equipment this turn to like try and deny them mask here. Flick a dagger at me, I'm going to go to 10. Well, I can safely say I'm surprised to see that. I think it's going to be Scar for a Scar into Entwine Lightning Fuse into the Flittering Charge. If I throw the Flittering Charge and there's no defense reaction, it's just awkward. The Scar for a Scar. Technically, if I go Flittering Charge and they do block, I get to go Scar for a Scar, and then I can throw this in no Fuse. Or I can go Flittering Charge, Fuse, and then end on Scar for a Scar, depending on how they play it out. So I think leading on this is just correct, actually. If I block second dagger with Grasp, they're just going to flick it there, and then I'm forced to give another card either way. I don't think that works either there, Felipe. Hey, Crazy Legs, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you're here with us for the first time, or you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves in the chat. I would love to get to know you guys. I like Arsenaling Lightning Surge because it's just a great lightning starter. Like, non-conditional go again from the Arsenal is very, very good. I'm kind of surprised they didn't block the first one there. Interesting. It's an interesting choice to block the second one. Not that I really care, but I'm just a little surprised, to be honest. Arsenal the Lightning Surge and set up for this turn. Shelter from the Storm is going to look very, very good right here. I could always use practice against Assassin or Jarl. Either way, probably Jarl would be better. Yo, Crazy Legs, thank you for that Prime sub, dude. Let's go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Appreciate you being here and chilling and hanging out with us. Welcome to the channel. Happy to have you. I'm just going to try to use equipment and shelter and then get them. It's going to be the plan. What if we topped our hot dogs with more hot dogs? You have my attention. You have my attention, Quinn. I'm gonna go to 4. We have to be careful of how low we're willing to go because of flick knives and throw daggers and nonsense like that, but I'm gonna do this and not crown anything. I like my hand quite a bit. I don't really want to crown. I have the lightning starter in Arsenal. I think this is fine. We'll just keep our hand. They're going to use flick knives to keep the chain alive here. If they gain a resource, it could be awkward. If they gain a resource, we have to like kind of play this a little bit differently, depending on like what they have that they throw at us. Like the 1 for 5 that like deals 2 damage forces cards out of our hand, which is not ideal for us. And I really don't want to have to go in the next turn like hoping that I quote unquote get them with the lightning press. Big Brain Labin 200 IQ glizzy plays, bro. My IQ just dropped. I love it, though. I'm stealing a term from the Runaways tier list podcast, but Vince said is a silver bullet hero. You need good gym luck on attorney day. I mean, I don't hate that. I think that's a very accurate statement, Martin. Happy to give games. I appreciate that, Annabelle. I appreciate it. Best hot dog topping is tomato, avocado, and mayonnaise. Interesting. Tomato, avocado, and mayonnaise. Is mayonnaise an instrument? So shelter here, shelter there would have been the same. It was technically better for me to keep my equipment, though. I should have given the shelter right there. And then given the crown, the grasp, and the... or I'm sorry, given crown and the scar. There would have been better. Unfortunately, we are not in a great position. I will be playing the Lightning Press here. If they just block with Throw Dagger, I will play the Lightning Press every time. Hey, Overzealous, what's up? Games are going well. Games are going well. We started off well tonight. Subbed on YouTube, so I figured I'd sub on Twitch. Started with Oldham. Yo, started with Oldham. Let's go. Oldham. Oldham represent. I love Oldham. Oldham's one of my favorite heroes of all time. On God, for real, for real. Well, that kind of sucks. I don't think they wanted to undo that. I don't think they wanted to discard it. I think they were trying to play the defense reaction, which makes way more sense. Well, the goal there was to put them down to 1 and then activate Grasp to kill them. But this just gives... I think they... Like, I'm assuming I get Mask and Vest here. Give me Mask and Vest. Well, if you do this, you take 2, go to 3, which means if I activate Grasp, Starfall technically requires another piece of equipment. I mean, I guess you're forcing me to decide how I want to do this. I'm very happy that they unbanned Crown of Seeds and Blitz as well. Completely agree. Yo, well, dude, John Felipe, I appreciate the support on YouTube and Twitch. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. Everyone asks pineapple on pizza, but pineapple on hot dogs? You know what? I'd be willing to try pineapple on hot dogs. You know, I can honestly say, and I don't even mean this like sarcastically, I have never tried pineapple on pizza. I've met so many people who say it's amazing, and I've met so many people who are like, so I don't know. Well, most of these decks are not playing Arcane Barrier into us. And normally that is very good for us, but we haven't drawn an Arc Lightning or any of our sigils, so it's been very weird. If they go to 1, Sigil of Suffering wins the game on the spot. Which is exactly why I made the Rune Chant. I made the Rune Chant because this means Sigil of Suffering wins on the spot. Oh, I love that Dodge is so aware. He just said, F it, we ball. I'm going to 1, no Sigil, please. You love to see it, boys. You love to see it. Yeah, listen, I'm not throwing shade. Whatever you like, man. No shade here. You're living a blessed life for not having tried pineapple on pizza. I said it, fight me. Technically... No, there's no technically nothing. Oh. He immediately knew. When I did not block, he immediately knew. Immediately knew. Oh, that's funny. What a way to win a game. Going second and drawing the defense reaction that pings. All right, I'm going to make a new game here for Dodge. And since he wants to play Zen, I'm going to go ahead and log this game here really quick. We got to win Sigil 1 with Dodge at 1. Never drew and Arc Lightning. Weird race. Was a very weird race. Was a very weird game in general. Was a good game, but it was a weird one to like kind of race through there. We'll see if we get Dodge this time around too. Yeah, I imagine that matchup is actually very, very high rolly. I can see that. Block with the whole hand to send a message. LOL. Doubts just out here BMing. Yeah, I literally put in our notes, Dodge, that like that the turns were very, very weird back and forth. I did post a game for you if you want to play Zen into me. I would like to get a Zen game in. That's probably good practice for me for this weekend. Would be good practice. So ironically, the sideboard plan is the same. It's scars, we don't run fries, we run second strikes, sigils, and shelters, and we cut the discharges. Because we want to be able to block efficiently, and we also just want to be able to go hamsies when we need to. Most of the Zens are running AB1 against us in Tide Flippers. Pineapple, pepperonis, jalapenos is the GOAT combo for za toppings. I think I've had jalapenos on a pizza before. I've very recently come around to like trying like. So just for some backstory here, I am not a spicy foods kind of person. Like I am like the memes that they make about like, you know, like white people and like, you know, like the mayonnaise is spicy. That's me. Like that's me. But Carly has been secretly like, when she cooks at home, she has been putting like spices and these random things in our food. And so like, I've just been like, she's been like, I've basically been her lab rat for the last 5 years. And so I'm slowly coming around to things. I'm slowly coming around to different things here. You know what? I would actually be willing to try like a pineapple and hot dog cut up on a pizza. I'm actually kind of in for that. So what if I just go Entwine Lightning into Flittering Charge, activate Aurora, and Arsenal the Sigil? I kind of like that. We're just going to go 4 into 4, kind of force some breakpoints here. If there are any chi in their hand, then that's like pretty good. In Dodge's hand is pretty good for us. You can handle spicier than you think. Yeah, she says that all the time. And then we go out somewhere and then I'm always like, when I try something, it's awful. So Carly's smart, always use the husband as a lab rat. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Josh. Okay, so what Carly's talking about, we went to this place the other night. It's this chicken and like burger place next to us. And they had a spice called the Courageous Cock. Now, the name was like chicken based, so it's not just like weird, but it was really interesting. The way the whole thing like panned out. And so like they had a spice level called the Courageous Cock, and Carly got it, and I tried it, and it was awful. I thought I was gonna die. Thought I was gonna die at the table. I'm being a little dramatic. I didn't think I was gonna die, but it was not great. So we're gonna make an embodiment. I do not like that we let them transcend, but I mean it is what it is. It is what it is. Activate Zen very early in the turn here. I'm debating in my head if we should use the defense reaction here, but I think since we drew the Lightning Surge, it's correct to play it. And then, excuse me. I think we're supposed to play the defense reaction here. And then Arsenal the Lightning Surge would be correct here. My man said, yo, nice crock. Bro. The chicken was good. The chicken was good. It was just very, very spicy. It was very, very spicy. We're going to take this because we want both of our scars to have go again here. I'm going to say no blocks. I'm going to play the Sigil, and we're going to see what our opponent does. Yeah, you love to see it. You love to see it. All right, so it's going to be Scar. It's got to go again because of the embodiment, but like, yeah, you know, whatever. Did you give your compliments to the chef's cock? Oh, man. We should have said that. We should have said that. The lady that was waiting on us probably would have felt horribly uncomfortable. Do you want my wacky new full fatigue Jarl or just Ed Knight's list? I would rather you play Ed Knight's list if you don't care, but like I think that I would get more value from playing against Ed Knight's list because I think that's what people will be playing this weekend. Oh man. My brother hallucinated on some spicy chicken at a chicken place in Milwaukee. Sauce was called Milwaukee Lava. He actually hallucinated? Bro, that's crazy. Oh, I should fill out my log here with our game against Zen. So 6-25. We're playing against Zen. We did have to go first, which was womp womp. But, you know, beggars and choosers and all that, like I like to say. Another one. DJ Khaled. No, I appreciate it, Annabelle. I appreciate you playing games into me. Little surprised that I'm getting Traverse on turn 2. I'm going to assume that their hand is insane. Interesting. I'm really curious to know like why they wanted to like spin that there. This turns a looking pretty good. Okay, well I guess they had the levels was the plan. Okay. Cool. No doubt. I started doing Fang gameplay videos for people in the Purple Discord. Made like 7 so far. Making Fab content's awesome, dude. Like, Camo, it's a lot of fun, brother. It's a lot of fun. Go again, draw a card. Almost assuredly. It's going to be no blocks to the moon. We're actually going to save the... Well, we could save the Lightning Surge, actually. Channel, Arc Lightning, Starfall, Lightning Surge. 1, 2, 3. Activating Grasp takes another card out of their hand for next turn if they decide to block it all. Dodge may just give us another card. I don't know. I actually really like watching Flesh and Blood more than I like watching Magic. I'm the same way, Simo. I actually watch a surprising amount of like Flesh and Blood content. Well, I mean, I guess it's probably not that surprising to you guys actually, but I do watch like quite a bit of Flesh and Blood content. I think we have to just take this and just try to play out our turn. Hopefully there's not like a whatever, I don't know, like a 1 for the 1 for 5 that does things. That's really bad. That's actually just abysmal. We're about to just give up the whole suite, aren't we? Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. I also love having a record of me destroying my friend. I mean, having having it like recorded where you beat your friends is definitely like real bragging rights. For real, for real. On God, for real, for real. Yo, it is so hot in the house, which is hilarious because before I stream, I'm freezing. You're up 12. I would be blown away if you decided to block here. I mean, I've seen crazier, but I would be surprised. Assume Dodge is like trying to like work out his hand here. Recently gotten back into Vanguard stuff because the new decks are actually control decks and really fun. Been watching a lot of gameplay for that over Fab. Boo! I'm just kidding. Watch whatever you like. I'm just kidding. We're going to Arsenal the other Arc Lightning now that we've drawn it. And we're just going to try to, like, be aggressive. Be aggressive. It's going to be Starfall for 2 and 1 Arcane Go again. Yeah, I think it was like 25 this morning at my house, Josh. I think it was like 25 this morning. Now, thankfully, I worked from home today, so I never had to go anywhere. But shoo, let me tell you. I was going to Arsenal the Lightning Surge, but I'm just going to throw it. We're just going to Arsenal the Arc Lightning, and we're just going to push as much damage as we can. Clearly Dodge is a hand that he really likes, so it's like drawing a Sigil would actually be insane right here, but I mean, yeah, that feels like an incredibly good start for us. Dodge choosing to like play E-Strike with Go Again over just blocking with stuff feels like a massive win for us. Massive. I'm still trying to figure out why I watch this aggro guy if he only plays the things that I hate. Because you like hanging out with me, Josh. Don't lie to him. Don't lie to him. I mean, what? He's got to name Arc Lightning, right? Like, he's got to name Arc Lightning. I really wish we had drawn a Sigil right here. We're just going to somersault these back. It seems like a no-brainer right here. Getting our cards back just feels like easy value against the Censor. And then Dodge is forced into making a very early decision here. I would be curious to know what they were going to name. Arc Lightning's probably one of the best power cards we have, so I imagine that almost gets named like instantly. But I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, you know, I gotta say, Aaron makes a good point. If you watch the decks you hate, you know how to play against them. There's few decks in the game of Flesh and Blood that I genuinely hate and dislike playing, but there's a lot of decks that I don't enjoy playing, so I won't play them. And when it comes to stuff like that, like, yo, insane. I probably should have blocked with a Flittering Charge, actually. Now they know that they need to save for the Snatch here. It doesn't really matter, I guess, but either way. You poor thing. It's like 4C here. Yeah, Annabelle, have you learned nothing about our time as friends together? You can't just be like, oh, it's 4C here and expect me to be like, oh, yes, it's Fahrenheit. Dude, like, no. Like, there's no shot. There's no shot that I can tell you what 4 degrees Celsius is in Fahrenheit. At least in, like, my temperature. You know, if you were like, yes, it's like 25 bald eagles cold here or something like that, I'd be like, America. I'm kidding. Oh, I know you put it in the comment, and I am very grateful for that. I am very, very grateful for that. It's going to be second strike for 4 Go again, and then I'm going to activate Grasp. I guess I should probably have broken the combat chain here. I'm going to Arsenal the Flittering Charge and set up for next turn. Double Shelter from the Storm is interesting. So it's going to be Flittering Charge, Snap, Starfall, Aurora, Flittering Charge into Aurora, I guess. Whiff, please. Yes! Every time somebody plays that card, it's 16 degrees Celsius here today. Googled it for you, 60.8. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. All of you guys, like, just playing into the fact that I'm an uncultured American, just let me say thank you, first off. Does that make 2 Tigers? It's been a very interesting game so far. We can discard this twice. I'm definitely going to discard one of them. Definitely going to discard one of them. Equals Sonata that never ever hits. I mean, it's a little valid, right? I'm just going to give the other shelter, I think. Like, having both the shelters here actually lines up really well for us. I only have one prevention left, so, like, it could be a little weird, but... Aw. So we're going to take 3 here. Which means it's 281.415 kelvins. Well, I'm glad that you guys know what kelvins means, bro. Every time somebody plays Ancestral Harmony, all I hear is that TikTok audio where they go, let's go gambling. Brat, brat, dang it. Brat, brat, dang it. Like, that's all I hear. All right. I'm going to go down to 8 here to be able to play out my turn. Because my turn is just 4, 8, 10, 11, potentially 12. It's at minimum 11, maybe 12, which means they have to give me at minimum 1 card here. Without snaps, we're probably just going to activate Aurora as opposed to activating Grasp. Probably what we're going to do. Because we're going to have to give up snaps to make this turn work. 0 kelvins is absolute 0, which is the temperature where air freezes. Well, thank God I've never experienced that. What is this, The Day After Tomorrow? I actually love that movie. On God, for real, for real. I think we're just going to throw this and activate Aurora. I think blocking here is correct. We can just lead on Snatch. We go down to 2. I mean, I hadn't really planned on keeping the channel anyway. If they don't have the defense reaction, or if they don't block, are we supposed to play the channel is the question here. I think the answer is no. I want them to think we have an arsenal, and they do randomly play things like Command and Conquer, so it could be relevant. I mean, Ethan does stream a lot. Yo, the fact that they block this way... The fact that Dodge blocks this way, I was like, immediately made me think they didn't have it. Please no 1 card that covers this up. The fact that Scar has go again when they're at 3 is actually wild. Scar fits so well into these aggro matchups. I'm assuming it's a Chi. Yeah. We had 17.4 across, what, 6 turns? Not bad. Not bad. Defense reactions lined up really well for us. The shelters, the sigil came at a good time. The shelters felt really clean that game. All of it felt really nice that game. We did get a win. D-Reacts lined up well. CLV and Arc Lightning let us keep the offense going. All right, well, we're 4-0. Aurora's looking pretty good for this weekend. Unless people are just bringing stuff I haven't played against yet. My man said wax on's where? Honestly, though. Honestly. Americans equal Fahrenheit. Everyone else equals C. Nerds equals Kelvin. That's hilarious, Annabelle. That's hilarious. It doesn't tend to get that cold outside of science experiments. It's very much a science unit over a real life one. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Annabelle, you still wanting to play one before I fire one up, or you wanting to play? Yeah, wanting that Jarl game. Let's go. Hang on. I'll just send it to you because I know that I was like your picture and your name are very quickly recognizable on my when I'm scrolling looking for your game, looking for your name to like send you a game. It's very easy for me to find you very quickly. Guys, by the way, if you're hanging out and you are not in the Discord, we would love to have you in the Discord. ! Discord in the chat. We'd love to have you. All right, so against Jarl, it's Tunic, Grasp. Annabelle, best of luck to you. Crown, Tunic, Grasp, Lightning Greaves. We're going to be on Exudes, Fries, and the Blues. I've considered trying to play Second Strikes over Discharges in this matchup, but I definitely think this is better. I'm curious to know how this game goes because Taylor told me that this was abysmal the other night, and I really want to know what happens. And let's play one after this, dude. Let's play one after this. I got you after this, Aaron. Let's play one. I'm sure Annabelle's about to talk mad shit to me right now. I have to admit, like, in Josh's, like, defense here, like, he does, like, Ethan has some really cool stuff that he gives away to, like, his, like, members and, like, Patreons and stuff like that. Like, I thought it would be cool. Okay, I didn't get a chance to respond. But anyway. Yo, Redwood Hammer, brother. I'm here for it. Trust Taylor? I don't know. Trust Taylor is strong. Trust Taylor is strong. Somersault. Somersault. I think we'll keep the shockwave. I think it's fine. Taylor and Drew are unbelievably trustworthy. Drew for sure. No, I'm just kidding. I actually love Taylor. Like, Taylor's one of those, like, people for me. Like, I really like Taylor. I like to give Taylor a hard time, but Taylor's my boy. I like Taylor a lot. I think this is Entwine Lightning. Actually, I know what we're doing. We're gonna fuse. Target Annabelle. Drew, what? Drew is trustworthy is literally what we were saying. Like, no joke. Yeah, I actually agree, Carl. Like, Somersault's absurd. That's why I'm on 3 now instead of 2. I was on 2 for a long time, but I'm on 3 now. We probably would be playing 3 of it in Living Legend, but you know how that goes. Okay, I mean, that's fine. I'm just going to pitch the Discharge. Because it pairs so well with... It pairs so well with... like what we pitch stacked. We pitched a Ravenous Rabble and Entwine Lightning. So this is just insane. Catching a stray because of Starvo is the truth, dude. You do, Josh. I will say that you give Taylor a lot of shit, bro. Like, sometimes I just want to be like, dude, like, give Taylor a break, man. And that's coming from me. Did she just show me the Sotomar and the Pummel? Like, did I just get BM'd? Did I just get BM'd? Did we just get shown the Sotomaro and the Pummel as BM right now? Okay, well, maybe not, considering that's her play. We don't have the best Arc Lightning hand. I think we're going to play it out anyway, though. Every Elemental hero pays for Starvo being busted. I mean, that's very accurate. Feels like it does happen a lot, to be honest. Feels like it does happen a lot, to be honest. Let's see. Annabelle takes the damage. Interesting. Interesting. I actually love that she's blocking with Stalagmite here. I think we're just going to use this to activate, right? I mean, it doesn't really matter how we do it. Still a ton of damage. Ask him about snaps at the right time. I will ask him about snaps at the right time. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll ask him. Yeah, I think Ed's probably been on like a more earthier, like I think he's on like Ice Quakes and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know what his most up-to-date list. I haven't talked to Ed in a minute. Like, I don't know what his most up-to-date list is playing right now, but I think we're just taking this. Okay. Well, that's the second pummel out of the way this early. I mean, that's good at least. So we take 9, go to 23. We're going to discard the discharge. And when we go to pay 2, it's going to be for the lightning surge and the somersault. I think it's pretty good here. This allows us to set up pretty well and like continue to like try and push better hands here. Taylor will know. I'm going to go smoke before I get smoked. Sounds good. Starvo can catch these hands. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we like to hear. Starvo can catch these hands. Yeah, we'll pay. Do you think that it's possible whatsoever that Crown of Seed ban gets revisited in CC? Like, do I think that they'll unban it in CC? Probably not. I think it's too good, if you want the truth. I think it's too good. I think in CC it's too powerful. Let's see if we get a card here. We do get a card. This is an interesting choice. I'm debating if I want to throw 7 here to try and like force this situation, or if I want to just draw a card and set it up for next turn. Like try and do the whole thing for next turn. I'm thinking 7 might be better, although putting 2 of these on the bottom does feel a little awkward. Plus, there's always potential. Like, I think 7, I actually think 7 is better for a multitude of reasons here. Because it forces every card out of Annabelle's hand here. Yeah, I think that the number of damage it takes to win a Blitz game is going to go way up. Also, by the way, Angry Egret, hope I said that right. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. Means a lot. It's got to be a defense reaction, right? No. Wild. Guys, if you're new, you're hanging out with us for the first time, whatever your story is, we got 3 questions we ask everybody, and they are, what's your name, what got you into Flesh and Blood, and what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves in the chat. I would love to get to know you guys. I'm going to take 8 here, I think. Oh, no, they can't. She can't get there. So we're going to put the Lightning Surge on the bottom. We're going to take 4. It's kind of weird, but I'm going to put the other channel on the bottom. I want the ability to lightning press my way out of this. I want the ability to lightning press my way out of this. Okay, Doubt's calling it up front that there's a blizzard in hand. It's going to be lightning press. So the arcane comes through. We push the damage here. Getting in for 2 here, and then we're going to throw the snatch. All right, well, if Annabelle had the blizzard, I would be very surprised at this point. Oh, they pitched it to a failing? Oh, you're saying they had it last turn. I got you. I got you. I'm following now. I'm following. Actually, this is wrong, right? Am I just supposed to pitch the Arcanic Shockwave to play this and then activate Aurora and Arsenal? If Annabelle has a good hand, this is her chance to like try to get back into the game. Not having an embodiment here really cost me, really hurt this turn. Yeah, this hand's not great. So Annabelle did have a blizzard last turn and she pitched it is what Doubt was saying. Sorry if I like kind of skipped over that, Doubt. Wasn't trying to on purpose, buddy. We ended up drawing a blue, although admittedly I did not think we would. Is this the last pummel? Well, that feels pretty good. Yeah, I thought it was pummel. I was willing to go to 3. I was willing to go to 3 was what I decided there. If Annabelle has a blizzard, we can still play around it this turn. Thankfully, we have the blue here. If we hadn't drawn the blue, it would be very awkward. Would be kind of awkward here. Yeah, no, your train of thought there, Doubt, makes a lot of sense, buddy. That's right. We love da blue, da bears, da blue, da bears, da whole thing. We're gonna pay 2. I love that because like Annabelle has the blizzard, she's forced to play it up front with the exude. Huh. I am intrigued by their decision. I'm going to assume Annabelle has... I'm going to assume that Annabelle has an Oakenhold she wants to fuse. I don't know what else she would be hanging on to this aggressively. I'm assuming there was an Oakenhold there. If she did have Oakenhold, I would have jammed everything in front of it and the card from hand and a 3-block from hand to stop it. Oh, Exude is so obnoxious. Okay, just kidding. So we're going to put the lightning press on the bottom. This is going to be for 8 this time around. We put the press on the bottom, and then we just have like a really, really good hand. Block 3, take 5, go to 2. There is no pummel here. I could give the crown, but my hand, like, it's just solid. It's Arc Lightning. It's Arc Lightning into the Gone in a Flash. If we get Blizzard, then it's kind of like a weird blowout with this, but I still think we're okay. I think either way, we're good because we're just taking every card out of our hand next turn. We go all the way down to 2 to be able to have our turn here. Arc Lightning, when Annabelle's at 3, forces her hand. That's right. Yo, Pog hand is absolutely true. So it turns out that the Exude just put in work right there. Just absolutely put in work that last turn, I guess. I don't know. That's what she said, but I'm not seeing where it put in work last turn, to be honest. So I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't see it. I put a game in your Discord? Okay, I'll catch it after this. I got you, brother. I got you. We'll play one after this. I haven't played too much against Slippy, so it's good practice for me to see it, see how it all works. Four go again and 1 arcane on the back end. Sink below from hand. Blocks the arcane damage. Starfall means that Annabelle could go to 1 and keep both of her cards here and throw an Oakenold at me for 7, which would be pretty bad because it would be Grasp, Crown, and a 3 block from hand. If I activate Grasp, I'm leaving... She can go to 1. I'm assuming that the embodiment is more correct here at this point in the game. I don't think Annabelle wants to go to 1. Because if she goes to 1 and she keeps a 3 for 7, a shock wins the game. And then if she decides to throw a... we get to block like this and go to 1. I'm going to put one of the snatches on the bottom. Rabble's insane. You love to see it. If I go Gone in a Flash, I get to use the, well, Exude gets the Blizzard up front, which I like. It tells us a lot about our turn. She pitched 1 Blizzard, played 1 Blizzard. Okay. Does not have the Blizzard. I mean, I guess technically could still have the Blizzard here, but... Oh, Big Sag. Big Sag. Going down to 1. What do we have on top of our deck? A Heaven's Claws? Am I supposed to use Tunic and Snatch to activate Aurora here? Are all of my Burn Up and Shocks gone? No, there's 1 left and we just haven't seen it yet. Actually, I think this is incorrect, right? We're supposed to block with the Static Shock and the Tunic here. Yeah, that's just wrong because this lets us play around Blizzard. Why not use Tunic to swing Weapon instead? Because Tunic to swing Weapon there, like, I think leading on Exude was a better play because it lets us play around the Blizzard. Playing around the Blizzard, I think, is a really big deal there. I think that's actually very, very relevant there. I'm hoping she has multiple 2 blocks in her hand. That would be an ideal situation for us. If we're forced to give up 2 cards next turn to the Hammer, we're probably in a losing situation. gives me the defense reaction to swing hammer here, I assume. Man, we just cannot. It's going to be Flittering Charge and Grasp here. Arsenal to Lightning Surge. Hopefully this takes 3 cards. Hopefully this takes 3 cards. I mean, that's unfortunate. Because this only eats 1 card now. And then Annabelle's going to fall back to 1 and we're going to Arsenal the Lightning Surge here. Block with Burn Up and Shock and Rabble. No, block with Burn Up and Shock and Flittering Charge. Play the Arc Lightning, pitch the Rabble, throw the Lightning Surge. This takes a card, and hopefully this takes 2 cards. We could like block 6 and go for a line where the Burn Up and Shock works, but I don't think there's ever going to be a world where that's the case. I just don't think it lines up for us this way. Yeah, if there was no resource there, then we would have just went for the shock play. I think Annabelle played that very strategically, intentionally. Having to give up the Burn Up and Shock, though, really sucks. I suppose 5 and 4 are not the same thing against me, so it's very valid that she's making the decision to throw this for 5. This has been a really interesting game back and forth here. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. We didn't have enough cards to block. Drawing a triple instance sucks there at the end. Oh well. Why not Surge, Rabble, Sword? I got blinded by the idea of Arc Lightning. It's exactly what happened there. Because if I play the Surge pitching this, I have 1 floating. And then the Rabble would have been for, I don't remember how many cards ago that was. It's been a minute. I think we had a red on top, so it would have been 4. So we would have won the game. Yeah, so it definitely would have been better to pitch. But yeah, I played that incorrectly. I got tunnel vision at the end of the game. Made the wrong play. Would have been better. So we had an out to win the game there because based off of, well, Annabelle blocked with a defense reaction, so we wouldn't have won that turn. But the next turn, we had like our whole hand there, and we would have won. So yeah, just a mistake on my part there. Good catch, guys. Good catch. I appreciate y'all pointing that out. So we played against Jarl. We went first. We did lose a game. Had the win at the inn and misread the line. Pitching Arc Lightning to throw double 4 would have won. I played Arc Lightning and lost 2 turns later. All right, yep. So we made a mistake there that cost us at the end of the game. It's important to remember things like that, just how that all fell apart there at the end because we were in a good position to win. So we don't win, but we do take all the cards. So yeah, just me playing incorrectly would have absolutely won. Let's see. I thought you said you put a game in here. Oh, there it is. Let's see if it's still there. Uh-oh. That's not my deck list. Womp womp. Hang on, let me grab it from the other side here really quick. Whew, Jesus, it's hot in here. I'm going to go second against Slippy, I think. Aaron, best of luck to you, brother. Best of luck to you, fam. I mean, yeah, the blues and the exudes lined up really well for me. I do have 9 blues in the deck to like try and help. So I go up to 9 blues when I play against Jarl. Yeah, this seems about right. And let's see. Let's see. How am I sideboarding? I'm playing Fries, Second Strikes, and we're playing Shelters. I'm kind of surprised that I'm not running Sigil and that. I don't know what my thought process was here on running the Shelters, but we'll try my sideboard plan and see how it feels. I don't know. Like this is what I have wrote down. This is honestly probably a decision-making process based off of my lack of experience of playing against this deck. So I'm curious to see if this pans out the way I would like for it to this game. Yeah, I could see Hypothermia being very good. Aggro, the kind of guy who loves his wife. What a loser. Brought to you by Boomer Humor Trent. We do have a very good turn 0 hand. It does not block very well, but we do have a hand that allows us to put Channel into play and activate Aurora, which is nice. So I mean, we're going to block. This probably gets pumped, but I don't really have another option here, I feel like. Flick Knives and Black Tech? What is this? Oh, and they're running Lantern. Nerve Scalpel's interesting. It's 2 reactions. Double Trouble's really interesting. I wonder if that means that Aaron's on like some kind of like weird like fatigue thing. Brother. Oh my god, that's so dark. Slippy looks like the kind of guy who doesn't tell his girl twice. Damn. I think that your use of it early was really weird because it kind of like benefits me. Like, it benefits me that you were willing to give up your Stalagmite so early. It, like, changed how I was playing the rest of the game. But I definitely understand what you're saying. That, like, it created some space for you, for sure. Yo, Otaz, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. Guys, if you are here for the first time, you're new to the channel, whatever your story is, we got 3 questions we ask everybody. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? I would love to know more about you guys in the chat. Draw a card. It's actually probably just wrong. No, I actually think that's correct, as weird as that sounds. I'm really curious to know if Aaron lets me hit with this. It would be really good if he did. Wait, what are you sorry about? You're not, dude, you don't need to be sorry at all. Like, I appreciate you sharing your thoughts on the game. No apologies. No apologies necessary. I am happy to sit and chat about the game. Lightning card, please. Huh. So the only way to keep Channel around is to pitch to Grasp. Pitch to Grasp and throw Static Shock. Arsenal to Shockwave. I mean, we could like snap and do some things here, but I would rather keep my Static Shock around. I don't know. I sounded so annoyed. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to come across that way at all. I'm very tired. I was talking about this earlier in the stream. Like, I've just, like, work has been, like, you know, 50, 60 hours a week at this point. Like, it's just been a lot lately at work. So I apologize if it came off that way. I am no way annoyed by our conversation or what we're talking about, Annabelle, in any way. I'm very glad that you're sharing your thoughts with me. I like to be able to learn more about what's going on. As a guy looking to get into the game coming from MTG, how do I pick a hero when the meta changes so frequently? Saw a video a few months ago and you were playing a Guardian and now they are trash. I mean, I don't think the game, like, so like Bob, I don't think the game changes like that drastically. I don't think the game changes that drastically that like often, would be what I would say. But I mean, I like, if you like playing aggro decks in Magic, I would say pick up Aurora or pick up, I probably wouldn't pick up Zin. He's about to LL. You know, like I would find like an aggro deck that you feel like resonates with you. Like watch some content. You know, there's a lot of great content creators out there that make a lot of good stuff. You know, try. I mean, I'm trying to like, I'm kind of blanking on like words right now. The words are not working with me right now. But I mean, you know, just kind of like watch some content and see what you like. If you like mid-rangey stuff, then, you know, like Guardians are a pretty good play. News pretty good. News a pretty good play. Arachne Marionette's a pretty good mid-range hero. There's a lot of different things out there for whatever you like to play, buddy. I did just lose to a Guardian. That is true. I did just lose to a Guardian. This is a tough hand. I don't really know how to play this one out if I'm being entirely honest with you guys. Like, part of me just wants to pitch Discharge to Starfall and see how Aaron bites. I could just very early on go Shockwave, fuse with the Channel Lightning Valley, play the channel, and then just be ready to snap pretty much whatever happens here. But I can also do that after I throw the Starfall. This feels like a Snaps turn. This feels like a very early Snaps turn here. I like telling new players to go by the rule of cool since you don't know what you like and don't like about the game yet. I actually really like that. I think that's a really good like way to like tell people to like get into the game. I actually really agree with that. I like that a lot. So this is going to be Entwine Lightning, fuse with the second strike. This hand's actually kind of crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Yo, what's up, Donald? We are indeed aggro blazing it tonight. We are trying anyway. We just lost to Jarl. We more like aggro froze it last game. I made a mistake. We should have won, and I made a mistake. Thankfully, a couple people in chat pointed it out to me. Taylor and Nathaniel trying to help me for making massive misplays. It's kind of crazy because, like, you know, small plays like that are the difference between winning and losing Battle Hardens. Like, actually, like, they're the difference between, like, me not making top 8 at some of them and, like, you know, finishing 20th or 13th like I have the last couple of times. So things like that are really what we're trying to shore up tonight and trying to make sure that we have what we want. I refuse to accept the horse is dead. So is the sound. The sound. What? What are you talking about, bro? The sound. I don't know what you mean, Josh. Man, I think blocking with 2 cards is incorrect here. Oh, man. I need to like refresh here. Am I like having a stroke? I was like, I think blocking with 2 cards is incorrect. I've already drawn off channel. I've already drawn off channel. I don't think we're going to snap here. I think we're just going to give ourselves the intellect penalty. Now I could throw Shockwave from hand, fuse with second strike, over pitch to Aurora and pass to keep both of these in play. That's not a bad idea. Like 2 extra cards next turn. Arc Lightning is probably better than 2 extra cards next turn, I would say. That's where I'm getting this off. That's what I'm basing this off of. I'm gonna play the Shockwave from hand because they don't know about the one in the arsenal. And I would rather Aaron think that it's a power card I'm saving for something. You guys leave my horse alone. Horse is so dead. Did the Runaways really leave it off their tier list? Man, that's I gotta tell y'all guys, that's another level of depression for you boy right there. Y'all know I love the horse. And Ripstream aggro may just quit. LOL, bro. Guys, we've been hanging out between like 80 and 100 people all night, hanging out watching. I really appreciate that, guys. It means a lot. I appreciate y'all coming out and showing your love and, you know, sharing support for the stream, especially right before a big tournament, you know. Like, it's making sure I'm prepped for big tournaments is, like, you know, one of the things that I really appreciate the help with. And you know, Annabelle mentioned this just a minute ago. But, you know, like, guys, if it sounds like I'm being short or rude, I apologize. I promise I'm not trying to. There's a lot of stuff going on at work. We're working on a massive project right now. Did like my internet just crash out? Like, is the stream good? Can you guys hear me? Like, can you guys hear me? Am I still there? Everything looks good there and on my phone. What's happening? Like, did my internet just crash? The stream's good? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. We're good. All right. Okay. Shoo. And does the Wolverine meme every night before bed? Oh my God, Dave. That's amazing. Now I'm going to, just for you guys. Now I'm going to. Appreciate you guys letting me know that the stream's good. Josh is crashing out. Yeah, Josh. Well, after Josh said that, and then Aaron wasn't like doing anything for a minute, I was like, brother, I was like, did my internet actually crash and I'm just talking to myself? Somebody made that comment to me the other day, and I can't remember who it was. They said that the idea of streaming was weird to them because they didn't like the thought of sitting there and talking to themselves. And I was like, well, I was like, you know, you're not really talking to yourself. I was like, you know, you're talking to all the people that are hanging out with you. And I thought they were saying that it's really weird to, like, you know, like that there's not anybody in the room with you, but they were implying that nobody watches them. And they were like, yeah, it's weird to talk to yourself. I thought that was really funny the other day. I like this card a lot. I think this card's actually pretty solid. Oof, you are when you first starting out, you're fully talking to yourself. I mean, yeah, like I agree. When you start out, you are 100% talking to yourself. Like it is actually like a lot. And it's one of those things that like when you first start streaming, you can't just like talk when you see the viewership numbers go up. You have to be talking the entire time because it doesn't update like in the moment. It updates slower. So it updates like slower than in the moment. So you have to be talking to yourself like all the time so that if somebody joins, they're not just like bored and you're not just sitting there in silence. It's an interesting balancing act when you first start streaming to like be talking to no one basically. Dude, did Trent leave you at an RTN? I don't know why you wouldn't just block that. Aaron's making some really interesting plays. Josh, I think that's the problem, bro. I do answer myself sometimes. If you can make yourself laugh, then you're good to go. Oh, man. All right, I mean... Let's freaking go. You love to see it. Interesting. Yo, let's go. Maki95. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate that very much. Appreciate y'all hanging out and chilling with us tonight. Guys, if you're here for the first time, you're new to the channel, whatever your story is, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. And they are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself. I would love to get to know you guys. I think we're going to Arsenal to burn open shock here. Yeah, I think we're going to Arsenal to burn open shock. Little did I know that my game with Aaron was going to, like, you know, take the rest of the game. Like the rest of the streaming night. The high seas came early. Shark Lightning, dude. If they make a card in this set called Shark Lightning, you guys, you have my word now that if there is a card called Shark Lightning in this next set, I will buy EA versions of it. Yo, let's go. That's Annabelle. She said Annabelle because it's free over here. Annabelle, thank you for the 3 months of Prime support. I appreciate that a whole bunch. It means a lot. We're gonna reveal the second strike. I mean, our hand's pretty solid. Aaron very quickly gave us a card here, so. Shark Lightning, Pirate Lexi. I would play Pirate Ranger. I would play Pirate Ranger, like Pirate Lexi. I wasn't going for that, but I don't let anything be forgotten. Hey, Matthew, what's up, buddy? I want Tempest Storm Icelander. You want like a Storm version of Icelander? Don't we? We already have a Storm deck. It's called Kano. What if the Pirate doesn't have a leg slot? Oh, dude. They should totally make a pirate leg equipment called Peg Leg. That is such a like victory for every Flesh and Blood player everywhere. Oh my god, dude. Josh just likes to sit in the chat and talk shit about things I've done wrong, bro. Is Aaron like trying to like organize a collection while he's playing us? What is he doing, bro? An Icelander who's capsizing ships using Hellstorms? Now that would be kind of cool. Lost the start of the stream because of rivals? Wait, what? What do you mean, Tirugo? I'm not sure what you mean, brother. There is no rivals tonight, by the way. On Thursday nights, rivals have kind of been put on the back burner on Thursdays because we record podcast episodes on Thursday night, so... I want lightning only Lexi and ice only Lexi at the same time. That would be cool. Also, Tarugo, what's up, dude? I'm glad you're here, man. Like, what is Aaron doing? Like, this is actually, like, kind of crazy how long this game is taking. Oh, you were playing Rivals and forgot to turn on the stream? LOL, Tarugo. That's hilarious, bro. Playing Thor is fun. I mean, I have to say, like, Aaron is, like, probably, like, trying to, like, next level us, but I'm going to need him to pick it up a little bit here. This is crazy. This is crazy. I think we're just going to Arsenal the burn open shock. My God, Aaron knows I love him, but this is killing me. It's his internet that's bad, and then somebody said he's playing Talshar on an iPhone 4. Dude, y'all are killing it tonight. Y'all are cracking me up tonight, bro. Sometimes y'all get on a roll, fam, and y'all just start going. I love it. I don't know what is going on right now. Like, I played against Aaron a few times, and, like, it's never been like this, dude. He's trying to go to time. I didn't even want to message him because I'm like, dude, like, don't stop and take the time to message me back. Like, just play. But this is like kind of crazy. Like, Aaron, I love you, buddy, if you're watching this right now. But dude, I'm gonna need you to pick it up, brother. Like, this is crazy. Dude, I used to double queue when I played Magic Online back in the day. I used to double queue games in like leagues on Magic Online when I was grinding tickets back in the day. So that's like a real thing. All right, Aaron, like, I'm about to like have to go on to the next game, brother, because this is kind of getting out of hand. I used to double queue vintage Q drafts all the time, dude. Cube was awesome. I agree. I loved cubing. All right, Aaron, I'm sorry. I just can't do this anymore, brother. I love you, but I can't do this anymore. Like, this is ridiculous. Aaron, if you get back to the chat, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know what was going on. I just could not make that happen, dude. Like, that was kind of crazy. Yo, what's up, Pockets? How are you, brother? Man fell asleep mid-blocked. I mean, I don't know what was going on there. Like, I don't even know if I have an Azuri sideboard guide. It's probably just the same as new, though, I have to imagine. Actually, you know what? Against this deck, we probably could just use the defense reactions and get value here against Azuri. So against new, it's Fries, Exudes, and Second Strikes. I mean, there could be a chance that we're like bringing in this kind of stuff here to like play defensively. Let's try it this way and see what happens. We will try Carapace though, because I do think it's worth being able to block this matchup. I do like being able to block with equipment here. It's pretty solid. Yo, what's up, Kevin? I don't know if that was fatigue slippy. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what was going on there. There was like a hot minute there where like we were playing against like Aaron, like one of the guys who hangs out in the stream all the time, but like I don't know, like just like like Chief called was not it. It's like we'll try to keep the go again card here. I give Magic a lot of flack, but stuff like Cube and Jumpstart. I mean, I think there's a lot of fun ways to play Magic. Like, actually. I think there's a lot of fun ways to play Magic. I completely stand by that. I actually think there's a lot of fun ways to play Magic, but you're right. I talk mad trash about Magic, bro. Mad trash. And to be fair, it's just because Flesh and Blood's like a strictly better game. Like, in almost every aspect, it is a strictly better game. And I would argue that point with anybody. Anybody. In fact, if you'd like to argue that point now, you're more than welcome to jump into the chat, or my DMs are open. Am I just supposed to give up Crown here? No blocks. To the moon! Oh. Dealio. Dealio. Hey, Nick, what's up, dude? Aaron might have been on a PS1, bro. I don't know what was going on over there. Aaron had something going on over there. I don't know. My Magic experience is mostly Commander now. I mean, yeah, that's why I play Magic at this point, is to hang out with my buddies. Like, wholeheartedly, that's why I play Magic now, is to hang out with my buddies. I really don't like this. I think we have to throw... This feels so bad to just, like, do nothing with our turn. I think I want to Arsenal this Lightning Surge, though. I could go Lightning Surge, Snap, and then, like, try to make something happen and play out my whole hand here. But I think I'm just going to throw 4 and then just Arsenal the Lightning Surge. My belief is MTG is too antiquated. Games have just evolved. I actually completely agree. Martin's cooking with some real cheese over there, fam. Real cheese. Magic is antiquated. It's a very fair statement of the game. I mean, I guess we'll, if it's like Command and Conquer or something, we'll just see what happens. Shakedown's not bad. Get to take a card out of our hand, which is fine. MTG has much better limited than Fab. Somebody was telling me that they felt that way the other day. I think it was Annabelle, actually. I think it was Annabelle was saying that. And like, you know, I don't completely disagree, because I think the idea of like being able to like color splash in limited is very powerful in Magic. And I think you just get like less cool things you can do in like splash in Flesh and Blood. So I actually kind of agree. A game that came out 30 years ago has some design issues. Valid. Drafting MTG is a lot of fun. I actually agree with that statement. That I think that drafting Magic is actually like peak drafting. Do I remember Mana Burn because I was around for it? No. Do I know what it is? Yes. Getting back into MTG Standard, I know, but it's so much fun. I mean, listen, dude, if you enjoy it, that's what matters. Like, don't anybody tell you anything else, man. Like, honestly, like, if you enjoy it, that's what matters, Nick. That's all that matters, brother. I agree. Like, we have to give Flesh and Blood more time to, like, have, like, these, like, banger limited formats. Just because of, like, how short of a time period that Flesh and Blood has been around. They have 3 cards in hand, so there's probably a very good piece of disruption, but I hope not. I think I'm just going to take this. What is this, shakedown or what? So they would have to use flick knives to be able to do this. But I mean, my turn's insane. I feel like I should just give up equipment. I also have the ability to block Gone in a Flash. We have to really think about this for a second. Would I rather let them take a red out of my hand? Probably. I'm also concerned about like taking some number of damage here. I'm just curious to know if they're going to use the flick knives or not. Yeah, okay, it's fine. I would play Cube Fab. I would play Cube Fab. Rosetta had a very good limited format. Yeah, that's my problem. That's actually my problem, Martin, is I really enjoy I enjoy drafting Magic, but I do not want to play it after that. Like, I don't want to play the games. I just want to draft it. Really enjoy playing Magic because it's hyper accessible. I mean, that's true. Playing tournaments at home is like really something to speak to. I think we're just going to have to try and get aggressive here. We're down 14 already. I think a lot of that's because I've just been like talking and running my mouth instead of like actually playing. I have to play the Entwined Lightning first, even though it feels bad. If you're talking about design issues with Magic, I think design issues with Magic go all the way back to the land system. I don't really think that has anything to do with like recent versus old. Like, I think a lot of the design issues in Magic are like all the way back to like lands just being antiquated. My God. Somersault is back to my hand. Arcane damage to our opponent. I think I have snaps, so we can just try to keep this in our arsenal. Plays around Codex. We also have Crown to like play around whatever we want to do here. I just want to block 7 here and then go Gone in a Flash, Snap, Current Funnel, Snatch, Ravenous Rabble. I think this is fine. Erase Face was not one I was expecting. I can very confidently say that, so. My favorite MTG deck of all time. My favorite deck of all time, and like, this is a very lame answer. Nobody's going to like this answer, but it's Modern Burn. Like, I really like playing Burn. I am one of the few people in the world that, like, I genuinely believe that, like, playing Burn to a very high level is not just slinging lightning bolts every turn. And so I really like the idea of... like, you know, like, playing Burn and, like... so freaking obnoxious. Playing Burn and like playing it strategically is like a very difficult thing to do, in my opinion, at least by like some standards. And so I'm actually a very, very big proponent of like Burn in general. I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, listen, that is where the name comes from. That is 100% where the name Agroblaze comes from. 110% Agroblaze literally comes from me playing Burn for so long and Carly helping me put the name together. Listen, I can count to 21 very well. I can count to 21 very well. Dude, it is like so hot in the house tonight. Like, it is kind of crazy. Also, like, do I need to refresh? Is it me? It is me. Cool. Should I Arsenal this because I have Crown? Probably. Be curious to know what this is. Death Touch is obnoxious, but fine. I mean, we're just getting outvalued. Like, they've also drawn, like, 6 defense reactions in 6 turns, so... it is what it is, I suppose. Well, you've taken an arcane damage, which means this is, like, basically free. I'm debating if I want to try and, like, push both of the Burn Open Shocks here. I think that's incorrect, though. There will be no rivals later, actually. So, since I've started doing the podcast with my cousin, we've started recording on Thursdays after I stream. So, I stream until about 10 on Thursdays and then cut the stream off so that I can record. Blocking this is not easy, so I'm curious to see what they do here. Listen, I've waited a long time to do a podcast, okay? I have waited a long time to actually make a podcast because it's never been something that I've felt like very like passionate about, but I have to say, like, it's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed doing it. It's been fun to do with my cousin. We'll just say no blocks here. You can't play. Oh, I freaking forget every time. I mean, we'll just play it. Yeah, you can't play Flicker Wisp in this matchup, Annabelle. It's not possible. The matchup is too bad. The matchup is too, like, they have way too much disruption. It's not feasible, unfortunately. I mean, it's turn 8, and they've played all 3 of those things. They've played all 3 That All You Got's on Starfalls. Like, I don't really know how we're going to win this game. I've also been talking too much. Recently started a podcast with my cousin, just kind of like talking about like the world of gaming in general. Like, our first episode was about Marvel Rivals. Our second episode comes out on Saturday. It's about the Call of Duty franchise as a whole. We're just kind of covering like gaming topics in general. Like, it's not really just Flesh and Blood. Like, it's just like gaming in general. So it's been pretty fun. Participated in a podcast once. It wasn't for me. I'm much more comfortable sharing my art rather than feeling all the eyes are on me. I mean, that's fair. It's on Spotify and it's on YouTube. And it's called the Aggro Shed Podcast. It is this a codex? Feels like this is a codex. Letting these block for 1 just like won't cut it. I feel like we have to give this up here. Or like, am I just supposed to like block with one of these? If I'm playing around codex, I have to block with equipment. Yep. Every freaking time. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, this is okay. Could have been a lot worse for us this turn, but this still feels incredibly bad. We're going to lead on the snatch. Dude, I appreciate that, Nick. I appreciate that, man. I've actually been very against like doing a podcast for a long time because like the thing that I tell everybody is it feels like I hear all the time, check out my podcast, check out my podcast. Like, it feels like everyone has a podcast today in today's age. And so I'm just not really a big fan. Like, the thought of having one has never seemed like super appealing to me. Back-to-back somersaults like this has been absolutely insane. I mean, we're hanging in there. Doesn't really feel like we are, but we are somehow hanging in there right now. Back-to-back somersaults has given us a very good way to be aggressive. I mean, listen, those 1-card 6s are good. I can send a link in the chat here in just a second so everybody can check it out. I would appreciate everybody looking and checking it out. It's pretty cool. I've enjoyed it. I think just coming in for 7 is fine because we can arsenal the shockwave. I mean, we're just at a point where I can like never not block this, I feel like. If I go to 4 and there's another codex. If I go to 4 and there's another codex, I have to give up. Yeah, I feel like I have to do this. I feel like I have to. Yeah, I mean, like, the way they're pitching just, like, screams codex. Maybe we just have to have defense reactions in this matchup. Like maybe it's just necessary for us to have them in this matchup. But we're definitely super dead this turn. I mean, I guess you're just playing this as the +3. I guess I also haven't really processed that. We've seen literally 0 channels to this point. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that is not great. Seeing 0 channels to that point was pretty tough. We got lucky a couple of times on some of the disruption there, but things just did not pan out for us right there. That game just went very south very quickly. Very, very quickly. Hang on, let me find the link really quick. I'll send the link to everybody so that you guys can see the podcast. I should probably, like, you know, link it. Should probably have the link in my stream, but you know, I'm terrible at stuff like that. So yep, I just sent it to everybody. If you guys want to check out the podcast, I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean a lot. Appreciate you guys being willing to take a look at it. All right, we got one more game probably before we're gonna wrap it up for the night. Also, Jesus Christ, it is 100 degrees in this house right now. My God, like I am sweating. And it's also kind of funny because like I feel wildly uncomfortable just sitting here right now because of how hot it is, and I know that I'm playing worse because of that. I play really badly. Like when I feel like hot, it like really like overstimulates me, and I feel like I can't focus on anything. And I don't know why it's so hot right now. Sure, yeah, right. Boarding my flight. Yo, Trent, fly safe, man. Y'all be careful, dude. Vince, that'll be a fun last game. Oh, hey, let's go. It's Crazy Legs, dude. Best of luck to you, brother. Best of luck if you're still in the chat, man. Yeah, dude, I'll see you on Saturday, Trent. Be careful, man. Greaves, Grasp, Carapace, and Crown. And then I gotta look. I will have to say, Mara did mention the other day that she thinks I should be on Tunic. So like maybe we're willing to like try that. Maybe we're willing to try Tunic. Let's try it and see what happens. I'm normally running Carapace, but we'll see what happens. So we're going to activate Grasp and then activate Aurora, and we're just going to pass. This hand's actually insane. Like, just being able to have that set up is crazy. Fahrenheit, Celsius, or Kelvin? Bro, LOL. Yo, Liam with a big hydrate, dude. Sorry, Liam. I am asleep at the wheel over here. Are you going to pay a life? Yes. Well, if that's the case, we're just taking this. I mean, yeah. Like, we have a pretty playable hand here, so we're just going to take this. Hopefully it's not Succumb. Oh, well. I don't think in this spot I can ever like respect it. I have to just say whatever and let him have it. Yeah, no, it's not Celsius. It is definitely Fahrenheit. Like I was joking. It is definitely Fahrenheit. Big hydrate for Liam right here. I actually really like that they gave aggro decks disruption. I am going to block the flail. I don't want them to have a rune champ. It's also really interesting to me that they're running Crown of Providence instead of Purgatory. Why? Now I'm just curious, like I don't know why. Vincett's tough, dude. Vincett's tough, Pockets. I agree. She's a tough deck to learn. 100%, brother. 100%. Did not fill out my log from last game. We're going to erase the Slippy game. We played against Azuri. We went first. Right? No. We went second. We did lose either way, but we did go second. And then right now we are playing against Vincent. We are going first. And hopefully we'll finish this one out with a win. A lot of equipment right there. Think I'm going to pitch this. Think I'm going to pitch the burn up and shock to get aggressive here. I'm going to force you to make a choice. I'm going to force you to make a choice here. The fact that you decided to keep your cards tells me a lot about like how you're thinking about your next turn. No Purgatory because it's hard to get full block value and strip a card from Aurora. I mean, I don't know. Everybody plays it against me, even Mara. So I'm still surprised to see them not playing it. Ground never faced Purgatories because of the higher density of D-Reacts and rendition. Okay. I mean, I guess like it's how you sideboard. I mean, I guess that's fair. I just wasn't expecting it, I guess. Three of their that all you got covered Starfall in 8 turns. Rough game. Okay, so they do block. I think it's worth it. I think we're just going to try and get in here. They give me a card. Interesting. All right, we draw into a Snatch, which is not a bad one to Arsenal. I mean, I honestly don't hate it. Arc Lightning, Snatch. Starfall pitching the Warmongers. Yeah, I think we're just taking this. So if it's another Sakam, it's another Sakam. It is what it is. Yeah, I think we're going to Arsenal the Burn Up and Shock here is going to be the plan. Okay, so we're going to banish the Burn Up and Shock here because the Snatch has more potential value. It's not ideal, but it's fine. It's definitely not ideal, but I think this is okay. Yo, Dylan, what's up, dude? They banish a Succumb from their hand? Interesting. Raises a lot of questions. They also probably could have waited and, like, just got me and, like, not let me... I don't know. Like, it feels like I'm making the same choice right now. Basically, like, no matter... Like, they played the Cole, like, almost too early, I feel like, in the turn. Yo, I didn't know there was a new Cloak and Dagger skin. Yo, let's go, dude. Is it cool? Played the most painful gamer ever, however, how is Jarl meant to beat Count Your Blessings new? Oh, I don't think you can beat Count Your Blessings new with Jarl. I'm gonna keep it real with you there, brother. I don't think it's possible. I don't think that one's on the docket. I'm gonna miss out on an Arc Lightning point of value, and I'm just gonna throw the Snatch here and just set up Aurora. And if they want to give me 4 block worth of equipment, deal. Giving me both of the widespread annihilations there, or widespread destructions there, tells me that they do not have a defense reaction in Arsenal. What a draw. What a draw. Never didn't have it, boys. This is so good. Yeah. I'm willing to, like, trade that, I think. Actually, I have to do this differently, don't I? I have to lead here and then do this. Because I need to be able to use the discharge. Finish my orders and heading to bed. I'll be sure to check out the podcast tonight or tomorrow. Yo, Pockets, thanks for hanging out, man. Hope you have a good night, brother. Okay. And resolution. We bounce this back to our hand. I think we just want to throw Static Shock for 7, which is fine. Yo, Jayla Roth, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. Means a lot. Appreciate that follow. We could activate Grasp. No, Static Shock for 7, activate Aurora, Arsenal to Gone in a Flash feels solid here. I think this forces a good number of things here. Guys, if you're hanging out with us and you're new, you're here for the first time, whatever your story is, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when you're new. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourselves. I would love to hang out. Would love to get to know more about you guys. Did my stream just crash out? What just happened? What just happened? I just lost both of my chats from Restream for some reason. Well, I guess we're just going to pull out the docs. About the time I do, though, we're going to pull out the... I mean, yeah, we'll just Arsenal to Gone in the Flash to keep the blue here. Let's see, did it fix itself yet? No, of course it didn't. Hang on just a second. Let's see. Pop out chat, and then Twitch's pop out chat is over here. All right, that way I can see what's going on. Of course, the chats come back about the time I start getting them back out. Ken, hooked after trying the first strike deck with the wife. Cornichons? Am I reading that right? I feel like I'm not reading that correctly. Cornichons? Cornichons? Dude, I've never seen that hot dog topping before, bro. That is actually crazy. That's actually crazy, dude. I've never seen that hot dog topping before. I don't know what you're... When you say that, I'm not sure what you're talking about, brother. That definitely got my attention. Well, dude, Ken, I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. Appreciate you for being here and being part of the stream, brother. All right, so we're just starting over here. Sag. The horse is so bad, you just had to say it, didn't you? Yeah, I thought my stream crashed out, but apparently it did not. I don't know what's going on tonight. We're going to skip the rune chance. We're actually just going to take this and fall down below. All right, let's go. They came back up. Chat's back up. Let's go. It is Cornichons, okay? It's a fancier name for non-sweet mini cucumber pickles. Cornichons. I've never heard of that. I'm gonna have to ask my wife if she's heard of it, bro. It's really cool, though. You were the first person to ever say that in the chat, though, about putting that on your hot dog, man. That's really interesting. Josh was just talking shit because he thought I couldn't hear him. I love it. Classic Josh. I'm debating if I want a Warmongers here or not. mean, you've already given me the value from this, so like... So let's see. This is 4 go again. So playing Warmongers actually doesn't even seem that good right here. Is there any chance I want to Arsenal it? I mean, we could. We could just Arsenal the Warmongers here. Could also just play it at the end of the turn. If I was going to play it, I would have played the current funnel. So they actually just blocked with everything. Interesting. I mean, I guess we can always just give up Crown here. We're going to take the Rune Chance down to 12. Just going to go ahead and block with some equipment. I'm going to put this on the bottom. Seems good. Seems good. So it's going to be Starfall for 1. We're going to play the Discharge to give it go again. Throw Flittering Charge, play the Lightning Press, play Warmonger's Arsenal Lightning Surge. Why were the buns bad? What happened? I think I watched you on YouTube. Glad to see you on Twitch. Dude, Ken, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you, appreciate the follow. And if you do watch me on YouTube and stuff, man, I appreciate the double support, brother. It means a lot. Appreciate you coming out and showing the full support there on both platforms. It means a lot. What if you go Surge, Flittering, Press, Mongers? Surge, Flittering, Press, Mongers, and use Tunic to throw Starfall, and then we would Arsenal the Discharge, I guess. Is your thought there? We could, E-Man. We could. I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest, but we could. They choose War. We're also going to choose War. And then we're going to Arsenal the Lightning Surge and pass. Our turn is really good. They don't have AB. We could block all the Rune Chants. With the Heaven's Claws. And then we could block 6 with Flittering Charge. I don't think I like that play, though. I think we're going to go to 7. We're going to take 4, go to 3, and then we're going to play our hand out. They can't succumb here because of Warmongers, so, like, we're just safe. Warmongers just, like, bought us a turn, basically. I actually really, really like this turn. I think this turn cycle is very good for us. The odds of us being able to turn on second strike are very powerful. They were too sweet. I kind of prefer fluffy white buns over brioche. I don't think I've ever heard somebody describe hot dog buns as too sweet. That is a very interesting take. You're definitely the first person I've ever heard say that, Annabelle. I will say that. I will say that. Surge has go again from the embodiment, and Press gives Flittering go again. It would give us the ability to play both of them, and in a situation where we're just looking to try and close the door, maybe that's better. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of arsenaling the Lightning Surge because it just sets up and allows us to get the value we want. Wow, they've actually just had Like, they were actually able to block the entire turn here, which I was very surprised by. Activate Aurora. We're going to Arsenal the second strike. I mean, throw Flail at me. I want you to go to 2. I'm going to pitch Arc Lightning to block the Rune Chance. Uh-oh. Take 2 Rune Chance, go to 1. Block with second strike. I guess I technically could have pitched the second strike, but this is better. I like blocking here because it denies them a Rune Chant for next turn. What are the odds that they can stop Rabble? Like, I mean... I think we just have to throw this for 3 because it forces a card. I'm hoping that we hit a red off the Rabble and we can just force multiple cards. Like, we can force all 4 cards here if we hit a red. That sucks. In my opinion, sweet bun equals bad quality bread. Like putting the second strike back into our hand. There was definitely an argument for it. I should have somersaulted the Rabble and then put the Rabble back in our deck is what I should have done. We might just be too far gone here. If they throw the flail at us, we pitch the blue. I don't know. This is tough. We need that to be a red. I mean, moments later, I regretted my words is accurate. Wait, what happens? I don't understand what happened. Can somebody just tell me what happened here? So they attacked with flail, and then they played this because they lost a life? How did they lose an extra life? Oh, because this is pay 1 life? Why did he not just create an extra rune chant and not do that? Makes no sense for them to concede there. I don't understand. I understand the funeral moon, but that still doesn't make any sense here. Yeah, so activate flail. And then because they've lost life, they can wait and play the funeral moon, but they didn't have to. Yeah, you don't have to pay a life. It doesn't make any sense. I actually think Crazy was just going to win that game anyway, because we had to pitch here. We had to pitch these to block the 2 rune chants, block the flail, and then it would have been pitch the discharge to Starfall and Arsenal to Lightning Press. They have a rune chant, they play Reduce, they play Malefic, Banish Deathly Delight, and throw a bunch at us. I mean, I think we were going to lose that game. I mean, based off of my hand, I mean, maybe Maybe the concession came there because my opponent felt like I had the chance to get in there. I mean, yeah, so like if you had waited, like my hand would have just been like, my hand was very bad. My hand was very, very bad there. I don't know. It was just one of those times where if you'd waited, you probably would have won. I think you win the game, actually. Yeah, I think you win there, Jean Felipe, if you wait just a second there. If you wait to like see the rest of my hand, I think you win that game. I think you would have won that game. I don't feel like I should put this down as a win. Opponent conceded late, but I was more than likely going to lose. Double instance hurt my late hands. I mean, either way. John Felipe, I appreciate the game though, brother. I appreciate the game. Yo, Katsu is back. What? Oh, my list won an armory last night? LOL, dude, that's funny. Thought it'd be funnier to go out on my own terms. I do get that. I do understand that. I do get that. I do completely understand that. Going out on your own terms is a real thing. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out tonight. I appreciate y'all for being here. There will not be any streams this weekend. I will be at Battle Hardened Charlotte. I did find out there is no coverage this weekend, so sadly there will not be any events, or there won't be any coverage of the events. Saturday after the Battle Hardened, I'll be posting a YouTube short and a TikTok, just kind of talking about the event, how my day went, and things like that. So you can always check out YouTube later in the day on Saturday. I'll be updating you guys on how my Battle Hardened went, and we'll be talking about everything. If you are coming to Battle Hardened Charlotte, we're all going to go together. We're going to dinner on Saturday night. Make sure you come hang out. We'd love to have dinner with you guys. There's going to be a bunch of us just getting together to go and chill and hang out. So make sure you come chill. It'll be a good time. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, and I will see you guys next week or maybe this weekend. Take it easy, guys. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb.